Hey there, folks. Foggy here. Welcome to day 228 of my year of solo board gaming, considered by many to be ill-advised and stupid, especially with this game. This is Shadows of Kilforth. This is a fantasy game, fantasy adventure game involving the land of Kilforth, which apparently can be combined with the gloom of Kilforth if I feel like taking a bullet to my head. This is my fourth attempt at playing this game, and I made a huge error in the previous playthrough that I will briefly describe. But the goal of this game is to complete a personal saga. In this case, it's going to be capture a lawbreaker. And then once we have completed our personal saga, we can go up against the ancient evil that is stalking this land. In this case, it is the Reaver of Malice. Now, the Reaver of Malice is basically hates loot and hates allies. So when you confront them, you're going to have to sacrifice an ally and then get rid of all your gold. Hates gold. It does not like gold at all. Along the way, you're going to be completing chapters, and every time you complete a chapter, you're going to get a skill plus some additional health and action points. And the reason that you see this set up over here is because that's what I screwed up in the last video. I got through to the third chapter near the end of the game and realized I hadn't been giving myself any more HP or action points or skills. Doy. To complete these chapters, you'll have to acquire cards from encountering going to different locations. All the while, the local land is falling into gloom. You have a timer of the night deck, and once the night deck is finished, that's it. Game is over. I'm going to start the game as a Chevalier, Veilborn Chevalier, which means I'm a pious demon. And my ability is that for 1 AP, if I veil the card, if I tap it, in magic parlance, I can then move one extra space. In addition, because I am a Veilborn, I do not lose any HP from Gloom, which is a big part of this game. So, for example, if I end my turn of Forging Castle, I then end up losing 1 AP. 1 health, I mean. Similarly, if I were to... Where's the other one? Desolate City. Desolate City doesn't have anything like that, so I don't have to worry about it. So we're going to, in addition, you get to draw 2 cards here, put them in your hand as rumors. A lot of the times you're going to have cards in your hand as rumors. You can have 6 cards that are as such. And these are things that if I were to go to Wield Heart and then discover this, I could discover this, and then that would actually enter play into my hand like that. And the reason that I chose this is because I know I'm going to need a title coming up, because now I need all the help I can get, because again, this is the 4th time I've now played this, and I want to be done. But let's go ahead and get started. We've already drawn 2 night cards. We've flipped over 2 locations. Every time that we reveal a night card that's a forest, we have to put a plot on that card. So that's something to keep in mind. Our first move here is going to be, I think, it doesn't really matter. We don't really have any sort of thing in mind. We do know that we need plains, we need strange, and we need enemy to complete this chapter. So I'm going to go to the plains here, over here. When you move to a location that has no encounter on it, you're going to draw an encounter. And in this case, I've drawn a smithy. And here, this is a place, abode, and plains. So we definitely want to try to get it. And I'm going to try to find a place for the rumors. I'm going to put my rumors under the microphone, which is probably kind of symbolic in a way. That cost me 1 action point to move, which I'll put up here. I'm going to go ahead and use another action point to deal with this test. Now, when you're dealing with a test, you have a number of different attributes that you can do. In this case, I have 4 study, and my study can be used to help defeat this. And I'm going to roll these dice, and I'm going to play this on easy mode. Don't at me, but I want to finish this game. Easy mode means that on a 4, 5, or 6, you succeed, and regular mode is on a 5 or 6, you succeed. So we're gonna play on easy because I want you to see this game. I want you to experience it, and I don't want it to take forever. And I don't want to lose the dice on the floor like I just did, like an idiot. If I were editing these videos, that would have been edited out. All right, so I rolled a 5, which means I get 1 success. Now I can use another action point and do this test again. Now, if I were to end this turn and not have enough action points to resolve the success, all of those successes that I have go away. But with anything that does not have any sort of symbol on the side of it, I am simply trying to get that many points. So I'm trying to get 3 successes here, and I rolled a 4, so thank God I'm playing this on easy mode, because apparently I need it. So we're going to use our last turn here All right, so that's it. That's the end of my turn. Fortunately, I was able to succeed. We're going to take this into our hand. Now, this can either enter our hand as is, as a rumor, or there's a little title card, title icon down here. We can take a card from the title deck, and that goes into our hand as a rumor. If it is in your hand as a rumor, you don't get to use it to play, so I wouldn't be able to take a card and then put it down. There'd still be a location on it that I would then have to go to be able to put that card into play. In addition, there's a little number down here on the bottom. I can either get 2 gold or 1 loot. I do want to try to get as much loot as possible because I'm going to need it for the end game. But for now, I'm just going to take the 2 gold. And then this goes into my hand as a rumor. And so now I have one of the 3 cards that I need. This is the end of the day, though. I'm out of action points. So we're going to go ahead and start by drawing 1 card here. All is well. When Breaking Camp ends, each hero gains 1 confront AP. Dark Pinnacle goes into dark and to gloom. And that's it. That's all we have to resolve for that. We're going to get our action points back. And I think that we may as well just go ahead and let's go. Let's just do it again. Actually, let's go to Forging Castle. Forging Castle, you get +1 for each attribute, and I'd kind of like to confront something there. So we have found an enemy, so we're going to get attacked. That's not good. Bakemono. It's a trap, lose 1 gold. So we're going to lose 1 gold automatically. So it has surprise on us because we weren't hidden when we went in. It's going to roll 4 dice. For every 4, 5, or 6, we're going to lose an HP. And you're going to lose an HP, and we actually have to get rid of an action point for our move. When you lose HP, you lose it with the action point first. So the way I've got this set up right now, I'll start from the bottom and move my way up. I'm going to be rolling 3 attack and hopefully be able to defeat this dude. So I'm going to start off, I'm going to roll 3 for myself. Again, 4, 5, or 6. I got a 5, so that's 1 success. It's now going to roll 4 dice. And 1, 2, 2, 3. So fortunately, it misses completely. Now I'm going to roll 3 more dice. 6 and 5, that's it. It's dead. However, the dice are rolled simultaneously. The only reason I'm not doing that is because I don't have enough dice to do that. So it still has 1 dice roll left. And this time it's only going to roll 3 dice. It no longer has surprise after the first round. Gets 2 attacks. So it hits me twice. All of this goes away. I'm going to put all of this down here. That hurt. I almost forgot. We get +1 for each one of these, so I probably should have rolled an extra dice for each of us, but it's a moot point. We were evenly matched as it was. But we do get this Badlands thing. We can either trade this in and get an item and then hold that in our hand as a rumor, or we can just go ahead and keep the card. I'm going to go ahead and keep the card. In addition, we're going to get either 1 gold or 1 loot. And this time I am going for loot. Now, normally in the loot bag, there are these gold items here. You can get 1 through 4 gold. Reaver of Malice part of the setup is that you take all of those out, so there's no gold in here. This is just loot tokens. And my loot is going to be Potion, heal 1 AP, 1 HP, which I'm going to go ahead and use right away. Because I desperately want that. All right. So the last thing that we can do is we can... I think I know what I'm going to do. Since there's no encounters here, there's nothing to encounter at all, we're going to go ahead and use our last action point to actually heal. So now we're back to full strength. That means on the next turn, we'll get 4 action points. Whenever you start the day, the number of action points is equal to the number of HP that you have. So if you start the day with just 1 HP, you're going to start with just 1 action point, and that's going to be really bad. That can really set you in tilt. But for now, we're at the end of our day, so we're going to go ahead and draw a night card. Major earthquake at the frozen portal that's right over here. So first of all, this gets flipped. We discard any card that's here, put this here, and this means that nothing can be encountered here. So that's something to keep in mind. All right. So we're going to start the next day. We've got all 4 action points back. I think we're going to go to Heaven's Gate, just to try someplace different. We meet a stranger. The weakness is martial. Now, some of these cards have weaknesses on them, and what that means is that you will then be able to just simply overcome the card as a deed. In this game, there are actions and deeds. Actions require these action points. Deeds do not. Deeds are just simply things that you can do that don't require any action points, and you just do them. Overcome is one of them, and if I had a martial card, I would be able to overcome this martial artist. They would just be so completely enraptured with me, they would just join me automatically. However, such is not the case. I'm going to have to use my influence to try to sweet talk this person into coming with me. I'm going to be like, hey, dude, I need your help. I need your help looking for a lawbreaker. Yeah, they're roaming the parts. They're roaming the rounds. I got 2 successes, and I need 3 to do it. Now, at any point, I could use one of these fate tokens to give myself a success. I can only use one of them per turn, per test, per round, I think. If I use one now, I can't use one till the next day, I think. So I could use one now and just be guaranteed success on this, but I have a limited number of these. These don't get redrawn. There are some things that will give you additional fate, but they are pretty few and far between. So I want to hold on to them. We're going to do one more test. And we succeed. All right, we succeed overwhelmingly. So this person is now going to join us. And in return, we're going to get either this card, or we can take an ally. We're going to keep the card. We can also get 1 gold or 1 loot, and we're going to take the loot. You can have a maximum of 6 rumors and 6 cards in play and 6 loot. I'm going to want to be at max when we go into the final battle. I want to have as much loot as possible. So I think the last thing that we're going to do here is we're going to use an action. We're going to veil this and move to the nesting well. Now, what veiling means is that you tilt the card, like I said, you tap it. You usually do that as a deed, so it doesn't require an action. It gives you some sort of action you can use once, and then you don't count that card in for your bonuses. So right now I'm back to 3 and 3 for study and influence. So you do run the risk of being a little bit more difficult to do things. But we have found a workshop here, which I think this is going to be a good thing. However, right now we can do a test now. Might not be the worst idea. Very likely we're not going to succeed. We're only going to be able to roll 3 dice, and we have to get 3 successes. But I don't have any other turns. There's nothing else for me to really do. I could continue on to Elvaforce here. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and move on. We're going to go over here to this Plains location where we have encountered a courier. And their weakness is merit, which unfortunately we do not have. But they are just simply a veteran of 100 skirmishes. So we've encountered them, and we can convert them to our side if we want. All right. So with that having been done, we are at the end of the day. So we're going to go ahead and bridge collapse. This is going to be at Imperial Forest, which is down here. We have to discard a place in play. So that's going to get rid of this, because I think this is the only place in play. So we lost our chance to get the workshop. That sucks. And then we're going to go ahead and start the day. Now, this was also a forest location. This is the first forest that we've had come up. So we're going to draw a plot card, and that plot card is going to go on here. And that means that we have to resolve this plot at some point. And in this case, we have to discard 1 quest rumor in order to get rid of this stranger. We unveil, give our action points back. And so part of the, oh, and I have 1 additional confront AP. I should have remembered that. Which means I really could have dealt with that. That was stupid. All right. There's no reason why we can't bring this person on. So we're going to use our free confront AP, which I forgot to remember to use each time. We get 1 success. We need 3. Now, if you ever have if you're ever with a stranger and you have no successes on a given turn, that stranger becomes immediately hostile towards you. Fortunately, not the case here. We have won this person over to our side. They will join us. Now, we can take this person as is, or we can trade them in and then get an ally instead. And we're going to do that because the ally is probably going to be worth more in gold if we go to the marketplace. So we're going to take this. We get an ally. We have to be at Heaven's Gate to put them into play, which is not that far from here. And they would give us 1 extra study and 1 extra fight. In addition, we're going to get either 1 gold or 1 loot. And I think this time we're going to go ahead and take the gold. We actually have to try to get to 5 gold here at some point. I think what we're going to do is we're going to go down this way to Wieldheart. And that's going to be 1 more AP. We're going to discover a stranger whose weakness is potion. We don't have any potions in our hands. And we are currently at, this is my concern here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We cannot really take any more cards into our hand. So I want to get to this over here and deal with this deal with this bridge collapse. So what we're going to do is we're going to use 1 AP to move down here, but we get 1 AP back. We're going to discover at this mountain location a secret door. This is a quest. So we're going to go ahead and get this quest because this is going to allow us to defeat the Abbot of Malice on the next turn. So we're going to use this AP here. This time we don't have to worry about any sort of silliness with this becoming our enemy. We just simply do a test. And we need 2 successes total. Doesn't matter if we're using influence or study. That is 0 successes. So we're going to try again. We need 2 successes here. And we got 2 successes. Awesome. Okay, so we managed to claim this. We're going to go ahead and put this into our hand as is, because we need this quest to discard for that. We're going to go ahead and take 1 more gold. We're now at 6 cards in our rumors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We cannot take any more. And we go into the night phase. Famous person. This is going to go to Fool's Den. This is a forest location, so they're going to get a plot. Baron of Malice. We must discard 1 enemy rumor. All right, so we are now going to go on, get our action points back. And we're going to head onwards. We're going to use 1 to go here. We probably should have used our move action, by the way. We should have veiled and used our move action to get onto here, just so that we could do this on the next turn, just from the get-go. We're going to need 1 action point to discard this, and then that takes care of that plot point. We need 5 study for this, so this is going to be, we're going to use our free confront first, and hopefully we do well. We got 4 here. We got 4 successes. Holy cow. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to use one of our actions. There we go. We got just enough this time. That is going to go into our hand. We're going to take this as is. We're not going to change it. And then we're also going to go ahead and take the 2 gold for this one. And our last action will be to regale. So now we're going to regale. We are going to spend 5 gold. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. we are going to discard a stranger, enemy, and planes. That is just place in nature. This is planes. This is enemy. This is stranger. Everything else comes back here. All right, and this is planes and planes, and this is badlands. That means that we have completed Chapter 1. Chapter 2. The convict has absconded. Whilst you were relaying the truth to the locals about the lawbreakers' fiendish activities, they made good their escape into the swamps and mires. At least you have set the record straight in this area, and your reputation has been bolstered accordingly. Now to find the next contact who can point you in the direction of your quarry. We need strangers, titles, and badlands. We're going to go ahead and get an extra health and action. We're also going to take one of these 2 skills. So for Wanderer, when you draw a plains encounter, draw 1 extra encounter and choose 1 to discard. Or Karate, when your foe loses 1 or more HP, it loses 1 additional AP. I'm going to take the HP one. That feels to me like that's going to be better. So now we've got this lovely little thing, which I'm going to put over here. Running out of space for things. And then, since we get the AP and the HP right away, I'm going to do... I don't want to go through here because that's going to cause me to lose an AP. If I move here, I get 1 extra AP back. So we're going to go ahead and move back here. What I would need to do is I need to get to a Badlands. All right, so there's going to be a mountain. We have found a revered shrine. Oh yeah, we want this. We want this puppy. We've got 1 AP back. We're going to go ahead and use our last AP to confront this. We've already used a confront AP this day for the bridge. We're going to get 4 of these. We have to get 3 successes. Doesn't really matter if we're doing study or influence. If we're lucky, we'll get it, because this would be great to have. We did not get it. We didn't even come close. No, 0 successes. All right, c'est la vie. We're now going to go on to our night phase. Okay, so Tsunami at Serene Lake. Discard a stranger in play, then all heroes not hidden lose 1 loot. Oh, come on. And the only stranger in play, I think, is the famous person as well as the gardener. We're going to get rid of the famous person. I think that they are much more difficult to get rid of. And this was an event, so this just gets discarded. Wasn't a forest location, fortunately, so we don't have to worry about that. And then we start the day, and we get 1 extra confront AP, so we'll use that on here right away. One, two, three, 4. That is a success, about as great a success as you can possibly have. That would have been a success even on easy mode. So what's going to happen is we're going to get this. We can either use this as is, or we can change it for a scroll, for a spell. And I either get loot or 4 gold. We're going to take the 4 gold because that, I think, is pretty much a given. And because this map has a trophy on it, we also get to do the trophy action, regardless of whether we keep the card or not. So even if I trade this in for a scroll, I still get to do this trophy action. So we're going to take 2 loot, because we need the loot for the end of the game. 1 fate would be great. 1 fate would be awesome. It's going to give us guaranteed success, but we actually need the loot. We got a map and a map. All right, this goes into our hand as a rumor. We're at 4 cards for rumors. We have the title already. We need a stranger, and we need Badlands. So I think what we're going to do, I would prefer to go this way to get the stranger, but there's no way to get to a Badlands from there. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go here first. We're going to try to see if we can get this Badlands out of the way. Leopard, it's an enemy, so they're going to get an extra attack. Oof, and they are vicious. They are vicious. Oh, this is going to suck. This is going to suck bad. All right. So they get the surprise on us. They're going to roll 6 dice on their first turn. We're going to roll 3. Fortunately, perfect. All right, 6, 4, 4. Since we're playing on easy mode, that is it. We kill the animal. Now, in this game, attacks always occur simultaneously. So the enemy and you roll the dice at the same time. So no matter what, both I and the animal are going to both roll. I'm guaranteed success, so I still get to get the results from defeating it. But, oh, that sucks. Okay, so we had 1 action point used originally for moving. I should have accounted for that. We just lost 4 health and 4 AP as a result. We did not die. Good. But that is pretty bad. We're going to succeed at great cost. We're going to either get 1 loot or 2 gold. We're going to take the loot. Hopefully we'll get some potion here. We get 1 loot anyway for trophy purposes. So we'll do that first. That's a map. We're going to, instead of the 2 gold, we're going to go ahead and get the other straw hat. Discard 1 plot card at your location. Oh, that's going to be helpful. All right, and then this goes into our hand as an Badlands location. So we're out of moves, unfortunately. But holy cow, did we just get messed up. Now, even if I had only gotten 2 hits, by the way, I could have veiled that, and then that would have given me an additional thing. We're going to go ahead and do this. We're going to use our free move to move here. That means that we gain 1 AP the first time that we move in there during the day, which we've already done, so never mind. In other words, we're going to stay here. So there's nothing else for us to do. That hurt. Mostly because it's going to take a while before we can get all the way back up to full health. Unless, of course, this kills us. So Area Craig's is what falls into gloom. And it's not the HP here that's we're going to lose. All heroes not hidden lose 1 HP. That is our last AP. We're now dead. I hate this. Oh, this hurts. So when you die, you lose all your gold. You go back to Manitoba Shrine. You must sacrifice 1 of your cards. We will go ahead and sacrifice... I think we'll sacrifice the bridge collapse. You gain 2 health back at the beginning of the day. And then you restart from scratch. Not restart from scratch, but now you can begin. That sucks. That sucks big time. That gold would have been really helpful to get into the next chapter, and I'm really irritated that just happened. All right, so nonetheless, we're at the start of the new day, so we're going to get 2 action points back. We're going to use both action points to heal, essentially. We're not going to musk around with that. We could perform a market action, which would allow us to sell some of these things. But I don't think there's anything here worth selling. When you sell something, you get half of it back. So I could sell this ally and the revered shrine. Actually, that's probably a good idea. We're going to go ahead and take one of these away. We're going to do the market action instead and sell both of these. One's a mountain. One's an ally. That's going to give us an extra 4 gold. So now at least we're a little bit closer to getting to where we need to be. But that's it for our actions. I could, as part of the same market action, use one of these gold to then heal one more. Like for each gold I spend, I could get that many HP back, and I think I'm going to do that because I need the health. Okay. Let's start the night phase. Festival at Divine Heights. Where is Divine Heights? It is a mountain location. Divine Heights. Divine Heights. Divine Heights. There we go. That'll go down there. Actually would be a good place to go to. It is not a forest location, so we don't have to worry about that. We're going to start the day. We've got 5 AP. We still have an additional confront AP. So that is going to come in handy. First, we're going to go to this plains location, where we meet a servant. It is a stranger who has a weakness of a weapon. Basically, if they see a weapon, they'll just come with us. They won't balk. We're going to go ahead and use our free confront AP. We need 1 success. We got it. We get 1 gold, which we will take. And I think we have all the cards we need. We just don't have the gold we need. We need 2 more gold. So we're going to... We used 1 AP to move. Free confront AP. So now we're going to move again to wield heart. We are going to confront this person. And success. Very easy success. We're going to go ahead and take the gold. And I think maybe instead of taking the card, I'm going to take an ally. So this was Forest. This ally is ally and martial. Oh, this would have been great to defeat that martial artist. But we're going to keep this in our hand. 1 more move. We get a free action, so we'll go ahead and take that. And now we get some study. So we will go ahead and roll. Ideally, I mean, it'd be great if we could just get all 4 successes on this 1 roll. We probably will not, but the reason for that is then I can use my last AP as a regale action. We got 2 successes, so we're still going to have to use 1 more AP. And unfortunately, not enough successes, so our 2 actions are not going to count. Bummer. Night phase. Weather. Discard a quest from play. I don't think there's any quests in play. Yeah, there's no quests. When night begins, each hero who is not hidden loses 1 AP. This is a burning heat wave. Oh, man. That means we're going to have to take 1 turn at the end of each turn from now on to basically just simply hide from the heat. This is Bleak Swamp that gets converted. It is a Badlands location. Bleak Swamp over here. All right, and we're going to start the day when night begins. So night has already begun. So this is not going to kick in yet. This is going to kick in on the next turn. We do get our HP. But that does mean that at the end of this, we have to make sure our last action is hide. All right, place this. Let's go ahead and roll. Our first action is going to be to try to get this as a success. We got 2 successes to start. We need 4 total. And that is a success, and also a lot of really, really loud noise. Sorry about that. So that is, we have succeeded in taking that. We will go ahead and take this, and I think what we're going to do is we're actually going to go for the title instead. Debt payer, title, and reputation. And then we also get 3 gold for this. Plus, the map still gives us, this still gives us 2 loot. So this is going to give us 6 total loot. That means that we no longer can take any more loot without discarding one. So now we're at a point where we really do need to start using some of this. However, this goes away. We will now take a regale action. For the regale action, we spend 5 gold. We discard cards that of the type Badland, title, stranger, and enemy. Or sorry, Badlands. These all go away. That goes into the title. deck. That goes into Plains. That goes into Badlands. All right. And that brings us to Chapter 3. We have a Lawbreaker Ambush, Interlude. To defeat this, we have to go to the Sea of Clouds, which is somewhere around here. Up here. Spend 5 gold after defeating the encounter. So we have to get up there eventually, and it's tempting to just go there straight away, but we actually need gold first to do that. We do, in the meantime, get 1 additional HP and 1 additional action. And we get a new skill. Look at the top card of any encounter deck, or search the ally deck for an ally of your choice and put it into play. Then shuffle the ally deck. That is a good one. I like that. Keeping in mind that the ally is going to get sacrificed as soon as we go into the final battle. Let's go ahead and find a companion. Let's just use it right now. No time like the present. So, since we can actually look at everything in here, we need a rebel. Do we have a rebel here? We have one. We have a pet monkey. Oh yeah, we're taking the trickster. We're taking the trickster because, first of all, we get to put it in play. That's not the same as putting it in rumor. If we put it in our, we take it as a rumor, we have to put it in our hand if it's not available to us. We need a rebel, and simply had to have a rebel. If it's a rumor, we discard it from our hand, and if it's a asset, we just keep it in our hand. We just have to show that we have it. This rebel is going to basically allow us to deal with the weather simply by becoming veiled. So we can just veil this at the end of the turn, and we will become hidden, and that way we don't have to worry about that freaking heat wave. So now we need 5 gold, and we need to deal with this. We still have that straw hat. So our best action here is just simply to get over to this forest. So I think what we're going to do is, our maps right now allow us to go to any mountain, forest, or plains location. We are going to go to any forest location. We are going to use our straw hat. One thing I did not realize is that when we first moved there, we gained 1 AP. So now we're in a really good situation. Now we want to get up to the Sea of Clouds to deal with the encounter, but we're going to do that by actually just walking straight up. I am a little worried about going through this spider grove because we will lose 1 AP when we go in there. But for now, let's go ahead and use this. And we're going to encounter a mountain encounter. Gargantua. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Okay, so we can't defeat this. Holy cow. Oh man. So this has a 9 attack. I feel like that is a little unfair. Okay, so we are now going to battle this at least once. This sucks so hard. It gains surprise, so it's going to gain 10 dice for its first roll. We're going to gain 4. So we may as well roll the 4. We might actually not get lucky. So we did 2 damage against it. It's now going to roll 10 times. It gets 2 attacks. it gets 3 more damage. Yeah. Okay, so we can now choose to escape, and we are escaping. If so, they make camp and end their turn immediately. Hero standee is placed on an enemy-free location, which will require the fewest move actions to reach. So it's either here, here, or here. We're going to go here. We're just simply going to go straight there. And the turn is ended immediately. We can't even defeat it. You have to have a totem to defeat it. I cannot believe that card came out. Like, I can't believe that card was sitting there. Like, that just feels wrong for that card to be there. But that is we just got our butt handed to us. All right, so we're going to go into the ninth phase. Oh, and we're going to veil this so we become hidden so we don't lose our last HP. All right, epic battle. Doomguard relocate to Forsaken Glade. Rosen Knights gain 1 loot. We are currently on... we're going to use a potion because I need the HP back. Because we're about to lose that HP. Gain 1 loot. Trap. Lose 1 HP immediately. Oh, man. Okay. I'm just gonna have a little cry right now. All right. So we gained 1 loot. We used our potion to give us 1 HP back because we needed the HP. Otherwise, we weren't going to survive this encounter, and we should have used the potion anyway. However, it was a trap, so we lost that HP, and now we're going to lose another AP, and we're dead. So let's go over what happens when you die. If I haven't in this particular playthrough already, because this has now happened a lot. We're going to go here. We're going to lose all our gold. I honestly don't remember if we've actually covered this at all before. Sacrifice 1 asset or discard 1 rumor. We are going to discard 1 rumor. That's going to be this title one. And then in the morning, we get 2 health back overnight. So we have 2 HP back, but holy cow. All right, so that sucked. Oh, and Black Cave is currently in gloom. Not a forest location, though. Okay. So, there's not much we can do. I mean, I'm not going to sell this. I may as well sell it. I mean, I may as well use an action to sell it and then get the HP back. We're gonna sell this. This goes under planes. No, ally. Sorry, ally. Got confused there for a moment. That's going to give us 2 HP back. So we're going to be able to use the gold. We get 2 gold for it, and then I can, as part of the same action, I can get those 2 gold back. And then I'm going to use 1 more action just simply to restore 1 health. So I'm 1 health shy, but that was our entire day. We're then going to become hidden and go into the night rage. Nesting Woods. And we've got new weather. And basically we're going to lose 1 AP each day. Nesting Grounds is a forest, so we're also going to get a pluck card. We have to discard 1 loot to get rid of it. And, all right, we start the day. We start the day off with 5 AP and immediately lose 1. Okay, so we're going to go towards Celestial Tree. We're going to make our way up this way. We will probably, since we have to pass through one of these 2 locations either way, I actually think we should go down. We should go this way because we can go to Imperial Forest and then move up to Sea of Clouds. We can just jump up there. So we're going to move one action there. We encounter at the plains an actor whose weakness is arcane. We unfortunately don't have any arcane. We could encounter them. I don't think it would be a good idea because it's for... Yeah, because we're gonna need gold anyway, so let's encounter. If this thing just landed. I don't know where that dice went. I will look for it later. And that cocked it, so let's try this again. All right, 3 successes. We're going to try one more time. We need 4 total. We need 1 more success to add on there. There we go. Okay. And I know what you're saying. That first one should have resulted in me, this becoming an enemy to me automatically, and I should have fought them. And you're probably right. But we've turned them into an ally. We can take an ally card instead of this card, and I'm wondering if that might not be a bad idea. Right now, we don't really have a whole lot going on. So I'm going to take this. It's a militiaman. Becomes active in the nesting woods. This is going to get discarded. And I think as a free action, I'm going to move to Imperial Forest. Which means we're going to encounter a spider, which means we're going to fight. And we are stuck fighting them. We cannot avoid fighting them. So we're going to get 4 fight total. And it's going to get 4 on the first turn, 3 on the next turn. So fortunately, I do 3 damage right from the beginning, and that's it. This creature's dead. But we do have to roll. It does get 2 hits back. I don't think I have anything left to block. Yeah. So I'm going to take 2 damage. Just say goodbye to those action points. We're going to get this in return. I didn't even get to use my action there. So we can either take an item or keep this card. And I think we're going to take the item. It's Kabuto. It's armor. And the reason I'm doing this is because if I head back up here to the marketplace, each of these are worth 2 gold to me. I'm also going to take the 2 gold from this. So I think that's probably the better way to go. Because I do need to defeat that encounter and then also spend 4 gold. Spend 5 gold to defeat it. And give up a rebel card. Or, yeah. Show that I have an ad. Show that I have one. Okay, so that's it for the turn, though. We now go to the night phase. The night phase is Piercing Sleet. This is a new weather. Place 2 obstacles on each location for each place it has. So right now, none of them have any places. When a place enters play, place an obstacle at its location. This is also going to convert Eastern Marches, which is a mountain location. And that is our new weather. It's not a forest, so we don't have to worry about that. This becomes unhidden. All right. So I think what we want to do is we want to eventually move. I think we want to move back up here so we can get some gold. Because we can't head straight to the Sea of Clouds right now and do the encounter. So we will move this way because this is a free AP to do it. And then we encounter a mountain location. Screaming Statue. Quest, destroy mountain. If we succeed in this quest, we get to heal back to maximum HP. So we're doing this. We are definitely doing this. That's 2 successes. That's 1 more success. Come on! We're going to use a fate token. It's our first fate token that we're using, but this is adds a success, and that means that we actually do complete it. So we are healed back to maximum HP, which is really the important thing. We can also keep this as is. So we should be at what, 6 right now? Yeah, 6. I don't have an extra one there. We can either keep this quest, destroy mountain, or we can trade it in for a spell. I think in this case we're going to keep it. And then we're going to get the gold. We could also go for a loot, but I think we're going to get the gold. All right, and that's the end of our day. We don't have any more actions left, so let's flip this. Stampeding Buffalo. That's going to transform this. All heroes not hidden lose 1 gold. Thanks. I probably should have just veiled this anyway, just to remain hidden. I should just start doing that. I didn't, though, so stupid me. Not a forest location, though, and we do get 6 actions to start. All right, let's go to Wield Heart. We have found a mourner. If we start a test, we have to sacrifice an ally. We're not doing that. We could go into here and confront the Stampeding Buffalo. We did use that. Our goal is to get back here for the marketplace. We do also want to try to get to this Nightwood so we can discard, like, get rid of that plot point. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go to Towers of Cain, see if we can come up with a better... Well of Being. This is heal 2 HP if we take this as a trophy. So we're going to leave this as is, because I think that'll be good to do later on. Actually, no, you know what? We're going to do it now. We're going to do it now, even though we don't need the HP. Because it's an easy thing to get. It's only a 2. But it will give us a title. There we go. That's a success. So we're going to take this, and we're going to instead take the title. And we're going to get 1 gold from it. And I think we're going to go, instead of gold, we're going to go loot. And we pulled out a hookah pipe. Add 1 success to an influence test. Hey, you want to get stoned with us? Awesome. All right, let's go here. Let's go ahead and deal with this. So all heroes must discard 1 loot. We will go ahead and get rid of the hemp rope. That deals with that plot point. And we may as well just... Let's do this. Let's use our free move to go here. We do not have to confront this if we don't want to. And then we will use our last action to end up on the marketplace. And then we will become hidden, because I'm tired of getting messed up by that. All right. Diplomat, Wield Heart. This is where we just were a few moments ago. Wield Heart. Here we go. Place the stranger at Wield Heart. And that is a forest location, so that is going to get a plot point. To defeat that, we have to draw an extra night card. All right, so we're going to get 6 to start. we're going to trade in these three. We got an ally, item, and title. That's going to give us 6 gold. Should be plenty. There's an advanced variant where the amount of gold you pay is equal to 2 times the chapter number. We're then going to go here, where we encounter Birth. An event revealed. Weakest hero performs 1 influence 3 test, and should we succeed, we gain 1 item. We did not succeed. Yeah, oh well, c'est la vie. Go here to the forest. Forgot, we should be down 3 actions now because we had one marketplace and 2 movement actions. Respite. Drowned Temple. Heroes may move from here to any location as their move action. Alright. Well, that is pretty handy. So we're going to take that and move. We're going to go to the Sea of Clouds. And now we're going to have some influence. So we're going to spend 1 action to start influencing. We got 1 success. And then we're going to use our last action to get 1 success. All right, so that was unsuccessful. We're going to have to start over again on the next turn. For now, we draw a card. Monoshova Shrine, recruiting. No! We have to relocate to the Monoshova Shrine. I was in the middle of something. Really. I was in the middle of trying to deal with the stranger. So now I got to go back this way again. Poetry competition. Trophy, 1 title, heal 1 HP. It feels like a relatively minor thing. I'll look forward to doing that afterwards. 2, 3, 4. Let's try this again. We need 5 successes. Got 2. You know I'm using the hookah pipe if I need to. I don't understand what's going on. All right, so that's 2 more successes. I'm using the hookah pipe. Actually, I'm going to use the fate because I feel like the loot's going to be more valuable as time goes on. But that is a success. All right. We also have to acknowledge that we have a rebel. We do. Chapter 4. You have managed to gain the trust of the villagers who once believed in the lawbreakers' cause. But as you arm yourself with mystical aid to identify the convict's location, new evidence comes to light about their alleged crime, and venomous seeds of doubt begin to cloud your erstwhile stalwart judgment. Your suspicions are confirmed when you finally find your quarry, but the Lord who first set you upon this task emerges with his cohorts to take you in. So now we need reputation, spell, and ally. So we have ally, so that's good. We don't have reputation and we don't have spell, so we'll need both of those. More importantly, we're going to get another action and another this. And we get to choose one of these 2. So for Pious, defeat a noble stranger at your location by veiling this, or add 2 successes to an influence test. I feel like the influence is going to be more the way to go, since that seems to be what I seem to be doing best. And we're going to first use a free move action to go back to the Drowned Temple. We're then going to use this. Oh, and I forgot to spend the 5 gold. I'm sorry. That's my bad. Do I have a noble stranger anywhere? Yes. I'm going to use this last action to go to the here. And I'm going to veil. No, because I didn't take that one. That was stupid. That probably would have been better. All right, never mind. I'm not going to go there. I don't know where to go. I mean, theoretically, I could just try for it. I'm going to use my last action to just try for this. It's going to be 3 study, and I have 4. I have 3 study to work with because I'm veiled for my class. Yeah, 1 success. That did not work. Okay, so nonetheless, we start a new day. We're going to hide. We start a new day. Place 2 obstacles at each location that has a plot on it. When a plot enters play, place an obstacle at the location. Frost Bridge. I think I forgot to put obstacles on the places, and that really would have made a big difference. But I don't think I really would have. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move myself back here because I think that's as far as I would have gotten. Because I'm realizing now that should have had 2 obstacles on it. Frost Bridge, which is a mountain location, is going to get put into gloom. There's a lot to keep track of in this game, so that's my defense. But we get now 7 of these. All right, so I think our first move is simply to go back to the Drowned Temple. I think for one more move action, we're going to move here. I feel like I need to start just getting rid of all this stuff. Do those 2. We're going to do one more action. So those are gone. One more action, we have to reveal another night card, and this is the Acid Ruins. Goes into gloom. Fortunately, we don't actually take this into account. This just simply goes away. Because that's the discard a night card and flip its location into gloom. That's all we need. So that's done. We have to sacrifice an ally if we want to start a test. So we're going to start... See, this is why I feel like I should have taken the Orator, the Pious, which is defeat a noble stranger at your location. Would have allowed me to get this Diplomat and add it. Yeah, that's all right, sorry, we're gonna have to sacrifice you. We're gonna do one test to see if we can get the crazy person on our side. So unfortunately this ally's going away. It's very helpful though. We knew he was going away at some point though. So that is a success. We get this person. We can add an ally to our hand, which is probably what I'm going to do. We get an engineer. Enters play, draw 1 item, and put it into play as an asset. That's cool. And this goes away. This goes to forest. We also get either 1 gold or 1 loot. So we'll go with gold for now. Now we have 1 last turn to go ahead and get the Diplomat. We'll have 4. And we have 3 successes, so we don't even need to veil the Prophet. That is a success. This person we will go ahead and take into hand. And we'll take the 3 gold that goes with it. All right, so now we need a spell. But that's going to be next turn. And I see where we're going to get that. Then we still need a title from somewhere, but I think we're going to have to do a little marketplace action for that. Hideous Monster. This is going to be at the Celestial Tree. This is a forest location, so a plot point is going to come out. When a plot point comes out, put an obstacle on its location. And to defeat, all heroes must lose 2 HP. All right. So then we get all of these back. Again, we're Veilborn, so we don't have to worry about the HP on the Gloom. I feel like that makes such a huge difference in this game. We're going to go here as our first move. All right, and we're going to go ahead and try to complete this test, which should be pretty easy. We're going to get 2 successes just from our profit. Yeah, there we go. I'll go ahead and veil that, just so that we get that out of the way. We're going to take the card. We can get 2 gold or loot. We're going to go for the gold. Actually, no, we're going to go for the loot, because we actually need loot. We're starting to run out of opportunities for loot. So this is a wicker basket. Draw 2 loot tokens. Even better. That's an enemy skull. That's not a loot. That's a map. And that's a map. So 2 more maps. All right. Plus, we also get to draw a spell. So we'll draw one of those. Calm. When a battle round starts, prevent all HP loss you would suffer this round. That actually might be a really good thing to have in hand. So this gets discarded back to planes. In addition, the trophy here is heal 1 HP, which we don't need to do. We also get to draw a title. This is title and rank. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think what we're going to do is we're actually going to go back to the wheeled heart. We have to put a forest card into play. This is place, abode, forest. We're not going to do anything with that. We are going to go ahead and discover our calm spell. This is going to add 3 to our not sure how that works. I'm not sure if to discover we have to do that action, but there's a lock on it for some reason. And a lock is not an icon I am familiar with. And I'm not seeing anything in here that is a list of icons. So I'm not sure why it's got 3 locked on that. But essentially that should allow... Maybe it's a test to use that skill. Counters, rewards, plots, ancients, sagas, skills, classes, races. Oh, it's a minimum. It's a minimum amount to be able to use the spell. Okay. All right. So that answers that. We still have all of that. We will now go 2 more spots. We'll go through the Stampeding Buffalo because it doesn't that way we don't have to draw an encounter card. And we'll do a marketplace action. And we're gonna get a title. 1, 2, 3. So for this, you're gonna actually draw 3 cards. You're gonna take a look at these and you're gonna see which ones you want. And we get the outcast, which means I can't do anything else. Why is this card in the deck? I feel like it's much the same way as the trap thing. Like, now my turn's over. That's it. And now I cannot perform market actions. I haven't done dubious actions. I need a way to get this is frustrating. This is really frustrating. I'm really angry about this. I don't even know how to get rid of it, to be honest. We're going to use a free move action and move here, which means, and then get rid of this. but we are going to have to fight the enemy that's here. It's not really a surprise on... Actually, no, because we don't have that anymore. So we're going to have 3 fight versus 4. I'm furious. I'm legitimately furious. That card has come up a couple times now, and it just feels like it's not fun. Like, it's one of these... Oops, sorry. All right, so I score 2 hits to start. And then I'll veil this so I get 1 more hit. And then I'll veil this so I don't get any damage. All right, so then it doesn't really matter. I mean, I can roll the 4 dice. I would have taken 2 damage, but fortunately, since that's veiled, I don't have to worry about that. I'm now going to roll 3 more dice and try to do 2 hits. Got 1 more hit. I will add a fate token to that to be successful, because I really don't want to deal with this monster anymore. And I will take 3 hits. Ouch. We take away the horrendous monster. I can keep that as is. I can also take an item if I want. I will take an item. And this is item and potion. It's a gunpowder grenade. That seems like a good thing to have. That was a knight. And we're going to take the 3 gold, not the loot. All right, these all get unhidden. We're going to draw a knight card. Doomguard gains 1 fate. Choose sides. Forsaken Glade goes into gloom. Forsaken Glade is a Badlands location, and I'm not finding it. I had this happen in the previous game with the same exact setup, and I just could not spot it for whatever reason. There we go. Not a forest, so we don't worry about that. And then I'm going to get 4 action points to start. I will go ahead and heal 2. So I have those back for the next turn. This was on this with me, so I will go ahead and lose the 2 HP to get rid of this, and then use my last 2 actions to get those HP back. All right, that's the end of the turn. It was a quick turn. We've got Lightning Strike. This time, discard an enemy from play. Heroes entering any planes lose 1 AP. Immune to defeat effects. That's not... yeah, this is the card that I can get rid of. This is going to go back to mountains. And we cannot go into planes without losing an AP. Heaven's Gate gets flipped. Heaven's Gate is over here. There we go. And we are getting down to the end of the game. Fortunately, because I know this has been going on for over an hour now. All right. So what I need to do is I need to basically tackle something that has a title on it. We're going to get 6 HP back. And I think what we're going to do is we're just simply going to move here, move here. We'll go ahead and tackle this buffalo thing. Zero success. Try again. 1 success. We'll try again. I'm really just I'm all sorts of out of kilt now. There we go. That's a success. Let's see. So our reward is 1 loot, and currently we are at 5 loot. So I will do that. It is a map. And we can either take a scroll or keep this card, and I think we're going to take the spell. It's a healing spell, which we already have in place, so we can't do anything else there. This is going to go back into night. We're going to take a free move action to move to the Twilight Memorial, and then we're going to use our last action to take a rest action. We're going to take advantage of the fact that it says we can take a rest action and get up to 4 health. All right, because we should have 3 extra from where we started. All right, so we're fully healed. Map location, it's going to be Towers of Cain, which is right next door. Place this quest there. It's New Religious Cult. Lovely. And we're going to get 7 AP back. It is not a forest location, so we don't add anything there. And we should have one more AP somewhere. Oh, here we go. This gets... All right, so we're going to do a little influence test. One success. Another. That's 2, 3. That's enough. We still have whipping the plot point thing for obstacles, so I need to remember that. So this is going to come into our our hand. We're going to take a title card, not a... And here we go. We've got a reputation now. And we're going to take the 3 gold, I think. And this goes into planes. So now we can take a regale action, which we're going to use. There's no limit on gold, fortunately, because we have a lot of it. We're going to get rid of a spell, ally, and reputation. And so, unfortunately, our ally that we drew earlier, I had 5 too many cards in my hand, so I should have gotten rid of one. So reputation, spell, and ally. So this is going to be title, spell, and ally. I have to go to the bathroom like you would not believe. So that is going to be the last of our actions that we need to do to go on to Chapter 5. Final Hunt. If defeated, turn this card over to receive your totem. This is going to be at Heaven's Gate, which is, I don't think, that far away. It's here. So we'll put this here. This is Capture the Lawbreaker for this one. Put this off to the side. And we may as well head there. We're going to pause this for a moment while I go take a bathroom break. All right, where were we? I was at a location. We have the final hunt in process. It is an influence test. Unfortunately, we still have our profit that gives us to the 2 successes that we need to potentially succeed. We don't have a whole lot of cards in our hand in our murmur pile. We have a good amount of gold, and I feel like we have a good amount of loot. I have 6 loot, which is pretty much how much I want to have for the finale. So what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to use 1 move to go here. I get a free action point for going into there, first time of the day. I'm going to use 1 action point to go into here. And then 1 action point to go directly to the final hunt. So now I've got 4 chances to get 6 successes, and I roll 4 dice each time. So I'm going to have 2 successes to start with. There is absolutely no point not to veil this now. So we have the 2 extra successes on here. We will then use 1 more. Zero successes. That's awesome. There we go. That's it. That is our last of the successes that we needed. We've convinced them to come over to our side. And we get to add, as a totem, unlikely allies. This will add 3 to our 3 here. When entering play, draw 2 allies and put them into play as assets. So basically, we convince the leader of their gang to come join us. So we draw 2 allies. We get an outlaw and a lantern bearer. Oh, these are the worst we could have gotten. that blows. Okay, so now this is going to come into play. The Reaver of Malice is going to come into play at Wield Heart. And will require us to really need to do a lot of damage. Now, we still have the forest location. We can't really get there from here in one turn. We could try. We could sacrifice a loot token. The biggest reason to do that is if the next card is a forest location. Yeah, we're going to do that anyway, because each round, even giving up the loot tokens, I'm going to have to sacrifice one of these night cards, and if we run out of night cards, we're done. So it's not going to matter that I have 6 tokens or 5. I don't have enough tokens to really do that. So we're going to relocate to any forest location, and we're going to enter battle. And this will be it. This will be the big battle to finish off all battles. And it is going to get a total of 6 attack each round. I'm going to get a total of 3. Yeah, this is not going to go well. And I have 7 health to deal with, and he's got 12. I do get 1 chance to skip around. Yeah, there's nothing these allies are going to do for me. So 3 successes to start with, except I rolled 1 too many dice. So I will do the two of them, and then I will go ahead and veil this dude. Oh, I didn't choose an additional. Oh, yeah. So this is add your influence to your fight for 1 battle round. Yeah, we're keeping that one because holy crap. We've got 8 influence, so we're going to add that to this round. All right, so we're not going to sacrifice him yet. That is sacrificed. This is now not sacrificed, but veiled. So that was 4. We need 11 total. So, and we have 3 successes so far. So we're going to roll 5 more times, then 2 more times. We got 1 success. This is a waste of an ability, honestly. 2 more successes. Okay. And now we're going to veil this dude. He is going to be, that's going to be 7. We're also going to use our last fate token because it's the only time that we can really use this to add 1 more on. So even though it was 8 to start with, or 12 to start with, we've now done 8 damage. That's pretty good. I don't think I lose any more. I can do anything else. I'm going to go ahead and activate my calm for this round, and so even though he's rolling 6 dice, I do get to ignore any damage from it. So that would have been 3 and then 4. So I managed to avoid losing 4 damage on that. So now I'm at a point where I can't use any more special abilities. I'm down to just the 3 dice that I'm rolling. But at the very least, I've only got 4 more points to go. So hopefully I can do this. That is a really good start. We do have to sacrifice a loot token, by the way, and we do have to sacrifice a night card. Are any of these new? Any of these? No, none of these are helpful. They're all maps. So that's going to be 3 more successes. I now have to survive another 6 dice. That's a good way to avoid that damage. That's 1 damage. That's only 5 dice though, so I have to roll 1 more. That is 1 more damage. All right, last round. I'm still only rolling 3 dice. I need 1 success. Hallelujah. And then survive this last 6. So there's 2 more damage, 2 more damage, 5 more damage. Fortunately, I'm left with 1 hit point. And that is it. That is, I will say, I came back. I had to last another 7 minutes. That's how long this video is so far, the second part of the video. But that is it. I now get to take the Ancient into my hand if I want to. At this point, the game's over. We've defeated the last Ancient. You do one, when you're in cooperative play, you do 1 Ancient per player. So even though there's only, since there's just me, there's 1. That's it. If I were playing 2 separate characters, I'd have to put 2 separate Ancients in, which means that instead of 1 out of every 4 locations would get a plot card, it'd be 2 out of every 2 out of every 4, or 1 out of every 2. So I think that was successful. Maybe. Oh, I forgot to count for titles. Okay, so I screwed up here. We had 1 extra place, 1 title. So, and I should have gotten rid of another loot and another card. So technically, I'm on 1 HP, and it still actually had 2 more damage to go. All right, well, let's see if we can do it. I screwed up. That'll do it. That's the last 2 of the damage. I think even if it beats me, I still win, as long as I defeated the Ancient. Yeah, that is enough to fully take away my hit points. But I still think I won. Yeah, because I forgot that for each place that's still in play and for each title that's in play, you have to actually add a hit point to them. But that is Shadows of Kilforth. I know this was a bit of a long video. I think it's an interesting game. It's so fiddly. It just feels so fiddly. And I flat out do not like the Outcast card, because there's nothing you can do. I don't like. I think this is something that's true about a lot of games. I don't like it when a bad thing can happen and there's no way to mitigate it. Like, there's nothing that mitigates this. It's just simply, oh, you got that? Oh, well, you're screwed. Oh, well, say the way. There was another Reputation card in that set of 3. I could have bought that. Had this Outcast not been in there, I would have bought that Reputation card, could have gone on to the end game sooner. There were probably some rules in here I screwed up. There's a lot of rules to this game. There's a lot of things to consider. It's not a difficult game. It's not difficult to understand. I think a lot of it, they're all very clear. There's very clear delineations between actions and deeds and places and like keywords. Keywords are all pretty clear. I missed the thing about the spells and the lock thing earlier, just because that was actually the first spell I had drawn in several games. But that was kind of cool. It was a neat thing to learn. And I think that's just on the spells. We didn't really do any of the items. The items, of course, all have various abilities. Some of them are weapons. You got little things in here like that. Nothing really that major. I think one thing that surprises me is how difficult it is to fight in this game. You look at this, and there's of all the items, you would expect at least a few of them to have plus to fight, but there's the Oyori, there's the Katana, there's the Bow Staff, and that's it for fighting bonuses. You've got your Bodyguard, you've got your Conjurer, Dark Hand Assassin. Those are some pluses that you can do. I don't think there's anything in the titles that really help. Bear Rider, that's a plus. Hunter of the Undying. Yeah, that's it for that as well. So I mean, it's got a lot of intricacies to it, but it's not overly difficult. The sides thing is a little frustrating. I will say, I never feel like it makes that much of a difference, but it definitely had some negative effects here and there. There was only one card we actually didn't see in this particular game, and this was Troops Maneuvers. And I think playing as the Veilborn takes away the point of the game, which is everything is becoming more gloomy, everything is becoming more dangerous, so you have to balance where you are in the kingdom with what gloom is out there. And if you're playing as the Veilborn, you just say, I don't care. I don't care. I'm part of it. I'm down. I'm down to clown with this downtown frown. You know. Anyway, that is Shadows of Kilforth. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you all tomorrow.